Hello, my little moonbeams. I hope all of you are doing wonderfully and you are enjoying this gorgeous weather here in the United States. And if you're outside of the United States, I hope you're enjoying your magical winter. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being so patient. It's been a rough couple of months. My rising sign is Gemini, and we had retrograde Gemini. We had a lot of things going on in Gemini. I wound up getting very, very sick for about 3 weeks. I was starting to get a little worried, and I don't like to rush to the doctor, but on like week 2.5 I started to get pretty nervous. But I did wind up recording videos for you, but because of all of the Mercury stuff going on and the Gemini and the retrograde and everything like that, my phone wound up erasing everything, and I was only able to post 2 of the videos out of the 4 that I wanted to post for you. So I just want to take a minute to apologize to everybody who was waiting for these videos. I'm so sorry. It was a hell of a spring. So here we are. We have a new look. Visit lunarboxshop.com if you're interested in purchasing our Lunar Box, which is a magical little box that you get every month. And we hand pick a Reiki item. Well, we hand pick a beauty item and a wellness item, a spiritual totem, and we Reiki infuse everything. So it's a very magical gift to come home to every month. So we are in the sign of Aries, and I just want to say hello, my little rams. I hope you're having a wonderful spring so far. We're quickly approaching to the summer solstice. How exciting. I felt like it would never come, never happen. So these horoscopes are for June 15th to July 15th. And I'm recording, some of them I recorded a little bit earlier, and these I'm recording in the first 2 weeks of June. So we may have some residual energy. We may have some energy that reaches further out. But I just want to jump in and get the messages for you. So here we go for the sign of Aries. For the sign of Aries, June 15th to July 15th. Sign of Aries. Sign of Aries. Sign of Aries. Sign of Aries. What are the messages for Aries? What are the messages for Aries? What are the messages for Aries? June to July. What are the messages for Aries? What are the messages for Aries? What are the messages for Aries? Okay, so we have the Earth Magic's message, and now we're gonna get the Angel Oracle message. What are the messages for Aries for this month? Angels, give us guidance for Aries, June to July. All right, Aries, let's see what we have. Okay. So I don't normally, and I've said this in a few videos, I don't normally read reversals, but I've been getting a lot of reversals, and so I just sense that there is some sort of message there, and I really want to touch on that. So I don't want to discard the fact that they're in reverse, okay? So here we have rain, which is purification. Autumn equinox, which is release. We have full moon, which is completion. We have Gaia, which is nurturing. And we have water, which stands for emotions, initiation, and rejuvenation. You know, Aries, I'm feeling as if you are having a hard time moving on from something, completing something. It might be a relationship, it might be a job, it might be relationships with your family or siblings. It might be you're having a hard time letting go of a negative pattern in your life. Maybe it has something to do with drinking, or maybe you're just stuck in some sort of, I have the rain card, I have the full moon card, and I have the water card, and that represents a lot of water to me. So water, what does water stand for? Water stands for emotions. So you're really having a hard time moving past and releasing and allowing something to complete when it comes to your emotions and how you deal with your emotional reactions to things. So you're having a hard time purifying yourself. You're not spending enough time near water. Now, when I look at the nurturing card here, the Gaia card, she's kind of cradling this beautiful valley, and there's water, there's everything. It's life. It just literally represents life. But when I look at this card, I really see her, both of her hands are pointing towards the water. And when you look at her fingertips, the rainbow is coming from her closeness to the water. Your angels are asking you to rejuvenate yourself, but also to initiate something. And that initiation is going to have a lot to do with your emotions and how you react to the people around you and how you how you react to those kind of like intrinsic patterns. There are ways that we have reacted, all of us, our entire lives. We learn it when we're very young. And unless you're super conscious, you do tend to fall back into those patterns. And you, in the month of June and July, are having a very hard time releasing those patterns and allowing something to close and come to a completion. But the angels are saying to you, like, this is a time to really nurture yourself, to really nurture your emotions, to really nurture that inner child within you. Also, when I see the full moon card, I see like pregnancy, but not, like if it was upright, I would say Cancer, mother, father, some sort of fertile thing going on. So maybe some of you are trying to get pregnant in the month of June and July, but because you're having a little bit of a problem releasing certain things and allowing things to be washed away, you're holding up a lot of that resentment inside of you, which is going to give you a harder time, to bring things to a completion. So you might have a little bit of a hard time manifesting what you want to come next in your life, Aries. But the only way you can combat this kind of stuck feeling is if you really nurture yourself and you do the things that are important to you and you really take responsibility for your next action and you initiate things. The reversed cards are dark. This is like a cold, it's about to be cold, everything's about to fall. This is like in the dark of the night, but then there is some light to it. It's like almost a fight of the darkness and the light in your life right now. And if you give in to that darkness, Aries, you're not going to be able to nurture yourself. You're not going to be able to reap the rewards of a life well nurtured. You know, it's like if we love ourselves, and we all set the bar for ourselves. So if we allow ourselves to be treated poorly, or if we treat ourselves poorly, other people see that and they take that as a cue as to what our boundaries and limits are. And you're having a really hard time setting that bar, Aries. You're holding on. You're not allowing, you're like allowing the anger to pool as opposed to letting it go. And that's going to give you a hell of a time. Things that are meant to be completed and moved past, they're not going to be moved past. And that lesson, it's like we're all here with karmic lessons, right? And unless we look at them dead on and we initiate the rejuvenation of our emotions, it's going to be tough. So my little Aries, I hope that you enjoyed this June 15th to July 15th reading. I love your likes, your comments, and your subscribes. You can always book a private reading with me, lunarboxshop.com. And if you click on our moon shop and you go to private reading, it will set you up with a private reading with me, and I'll get back to you in a few days and we will schedule you. I hope you, beautiful Aries, my Rams, I hope and wish for you nothing but the deepest of nurturing of your soul for this summer and for this beautiful summer solstice that's about to happen. Take care of yourselves, love yourselves, honor yourselves, and I will see you back next month. Bye, Aries.